See, you have separation anxiety as a child.
Yeah.
You could say etiquette.
I almost always bring up number 2 at the dinner table.
Is there a reason you do that?
That's not fun.
This is where I open the wine and drink a lot because I'm so shocked at the behavior. No, this is where we get the strangling. Waiter, 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 I'm not finished eating. Please.
I've got this
dress down.
What is etiquette?
Absolutely. So you young ladies need some polishing, is that
Yes.
Yes.
We are here today to learn etiquette because we don't think we're very ladylike. Actually, we're not.
No, yeah, we can confirm.
We're not. We thought, why not get an etiquette teacher? Your name is Daryl.
Correct.
Yes, and you are, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Queen Elizabeth, dear.
The first?
I thought that was obvious, dear.
So did you invite her or did I?
I think she just kind of like is a little senile and like was just like, oh.
Where am
You
I?
think?
I think going to heaven wasn't that good. I need a bit of a tune-up.
Oh, thank goodness, the butler to the rescue.
Kate, don't be
Kate
late.
the gourmet.
I wear many hats.
So, ladies, when you first sit down, what do you think the first thing you do is?
Sit up straight.
You would take your fork off your napkin and place it back down on the table. No, on the table, not on the napkin. There we go. Good.
Oh my gosh.
And then we put our napkins in our laps, right?
I know this part.
Yeah, so I kind of have a question. So when you go to a restaurant and there's a fork on a napkin, I leave the napkin on the table. I kind of go raw on the lap because I think this napkin is preventing the dirt from the table from touching my fork.
Where do you go to eat?
Yeah, what kind of dirty table you eat?
You must put a napkin in your lap. Look at that
Must.
gorgeous suit you have on. You could ruin it.
When do you do this?
When you're first step is accomplished. You've got your napkins in your lap. All right, now here's the quiz. What is each of these glasses for? Only one at a time.
This is for water,
Excellent.
and this is for wine or
Yes.
apple juice.
All right. Very
Wine or apple juice?
Wine or apple juice, not water. That's good. So what are you going to do, ladies, when the waiter says, may I pour you some wine, and you
Yes,
don't
please.
drink? Oh, you're going to say yes, please, of course, because you're going to miss my thing.
Yeah.
You're going to say yes, please, and I'm going to pour it, and you're going to leave it there until everybody's got their wine, right?
Yeah.
But you, my dear, are a recovering alcoholic.
Aleena.
And you are not. Oh, excellent.
Damn,
Very
bitch.
Excellent.
You knew how to do that?
That is so wrong. I can't even tell you. You go, would you mind removing this? I won't be drinking wine. Oh, because do you want that poor waiter to have to ask you every single time? No.
What is etiquette?
Etiquette is a French word that means following the rules. And it was originated.
We love following rules.
Oh, I can tell. You're the biggest rule followers ever. So it was used originally during the court of Louis XIV, and they
Your cousin?
long lost. The sign etiquette was put on the on the lawns to signify that there the rules were followed.
Etiquette. You could say etiquette.
There's a particular reason that the water glass and wine glass are put in that position. Do you know why it is?
I think it's because you want to drink more wine than water, so it's closer to you.
I do too, but in this particular case, that is not, it's not the reason. The reason is because if you had 2 wine glasses, you would, and one was going to have water in it, you wouldn't know which was which unless it always has a specific place. So ladies, when you are dining, because we don't just eat, we dine. We pay homage to the food that someone has prepared so nicely for us, right? So there are 2 proper ways to hold your knife and fork. I'm going to ask you each to demonstrate one to me. That is so good. Very nice. Now, what are you going to do now that you have the bite on your fork? What are you going to do?
Now that I have the right, I'm switching hands. Oh.
All right, so this is a perfect illustration of something that I wanted to talk about. There are two methods to holding your knife and fork. There's the European, which is what you both started with, and then the American is you put down your knife, you switch your hand. It's a lot of work. Europeans are slightly lazier than Americans on the eating front. They cut and then they just put that fork right in their mouth.
With
no
their left
switching
hand?
around. Yes.
I can't do
think
anything
I
with
have
this
to
hand.
I think I have to come and show you this. I don't believe you girls are into the situation where you can understand clearly what I mean. So here you go.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you're doing American, yes, eat.
Okay.
Okay, European, cut. It's hard for me to, pardon me while I just, and then
Don't tell Noel.
no, this is where we get the strangling, right in there. And you can hold on to your knife. Then when you put your knife and fork down, you can put it there, and that signals, waiter, I'm not finished eating.
You know what? I was at a restaurant and the waiter took my salad and I wasn't done.
That's because you didn't.
Did you give him the right signal?
No, I gave him no signals. And I have been thinking about this salad. I wasn't done. There's croutons.
There are signals at restaurants that we haven't known.
I just gave you
That's one of them.
Yes, this is
a signal. This
How
is
do you
a
go
signal.
so long in life without knowing this?
Not everybody is smart.
That's the only thing.
Okay, so now that says to the waiter, I am not finished. Please do not touch my food yet. And do you have any idea where you put your knife and fork when you are wanting to signal the waiter that you are done?
Dang it, that seems more right.
Both wrong.
You're going to go to the bathroom and cry again. All right, well, we never ever put our silverware back on the table once we've used it.
Dirty utensils.
You never put the dirty utensils back on the table. Can you see? You could ruin this beautiful tablecloth. And then if you leave it there in that position, well, as soon as the waiter picks it up, it's going to fall right off.
The audacity.
I don't feel like there's any other way to do it. Like, where else would it go?
Well, I like that. It's wrong, but I like
can't
it.
ever cross
give you an
silverware,
A
right?
for
You can't.
You can't ever cross silverware.
Never. That's why.
Do not cross silverware. Yeah, pretend that your plate is a clock.
Okay.
And find the 2 o'clock position. Where's the 2 o'clock position?
Well, 12, 1, 2, around there.
Okay. Oh my goodness. It's a good thing I'm here today.
2.
The time is fine. You've got that. It's
Okay.
just everything else is wrong. So
What about over here? It seems pretty right.
when you're done, the knife and fork go next to one another.
Like this?
That's right. Well, they are next to one another, but that's still wrong. But I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I'm here. I'm your friend. I'm trying to make you improve. Please turn over the tines of your fork down and put them towards the center of your plate, right where the center of the clock would be. So when I say the center of the plate, what I mean is, pardon me for reaching, this.
Face in.
Yes, so that the heavy part is in towards, so it won't fall off. And then the knife goes on the right side of it. Yes, very nice, very nice. That's almost right. You see where you put the blade? You put the sharp.
Aleena.
Very nice. That's good. That's good.
You didn't do that on your own.
No, I did not, but I just mentioned where I was pointing.
Okay. I did get this right.
Nuh-uh, you have to
Well,
face in.
you've got the tines down, but you need to put those towards the. And
I'm trying to
then,
get a point right now.
No.
okay, all right. Lovely. Okay, now it can be in the 2 o'clock or it can be in the 4 o'clock position. Either one. Do you know where the 4 o'clock position on the clock is?
I think I would go 4.
I think I'd do a 4 too.
Okay, this is very good, ladies. You got that right the first time. You did.
Say about us that we're a 4 and not a 2.
Well, it says you're brilliant.
We're hotter, like we're getting closer to 10s.
So now you know, the waiter will know that you are finished. It's all about giving the waiter the signal.
Okay.
So he can do his job. Okay, would one of you please drop one of your utensils on the floor?
Oh my God, it'd be an honor.
Thank you. Now, don't pick it up.
Oh my God.
Wait for the waiter to come.
Are you serious?
Yes, unless
Never.
you're with your mother.
Your
If
baby
you're at
girl.
home, your mother will say, pick that up, you dumbass. But you do wait for the waiter. And if it's a utensil that you were planning to use, you just wait till the waiter comes over and you say, I'm so sorry. I accidentally threw my fork across the room. Would you find me another one? And the waiter will either give you a really dirty look or he'll do it. So I just want to point out that you both have spaghetti sauce on your faces. And I'd like for you to remove it, please.
Oh.
That was actually quite nice. May I see your napkin, please?
Oh my God, it'd be an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you so much. May I suggest that after you use your napkin the first time, you fold it over a little bit so where you got the dirty part is no longer facing you.
Might I just say?
Oh, you know, I teach Girl Scouts sometimes, and they've actually made an etiquette badge for me. I may have to send etiquette badges to you ladies. You're doing so beautifully.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Now, we are going to skip a little bit to dessert, but I'm going to ask you just to hand your plates to me, please, as though they had been cleared by someone. Just hand them to me. There's no judgment. No judgment. I think they're doing fairly well, don't you? All right, now we're going to have our little pretend dessert. Do you know what to do with your fork and spoon?
Oh my God, I know exactly what to do. Oh, shh.
Exactly. We have 50% right and 50% wrong.
one? No!
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Pink.
I'm never gonna
Mrs. Green got it.
When you wear pink.
Wink when you wear pink. I love
wink
that.
now.
No, wink now. There's a tear now. All right, so here comes your dessert. Now, how do you think you're going to hold your fork and your spoon?
Let me look at Aleena first. I would say,
You know, would you please call her by her proper name, Mrs. Green?
Mrs. Green, in the kitchen with a sledgehammer. Do I hold it like a pencil?
Yeah, you could do that. The only thing is it's going to be a little hard to eat that ice cream with the hot fudge sauce with just a pencil. So if you had a fork and a spoon put on your place setting for dessert, what would you anticipate?
You choose which one you want.
You're choosing your dessert?
You would choose, if you had that knife or that spoon and fork, you would think, oh, somebody's going to bring me a dessert that requires a spoon and a fork.
Wow.
Perhaps cake and ice cream, or creme brulee with raspberry sauce.
Oh my God.
Or pavlova with berries. You need them both, right? Amazing. Of course. Amazing. No cookies here. Nothing simple.
I have to confess, I think that fork's a little bit of an obsolete utensil.
Yeah, she doesn't even use them for salads.
What do you use for a salad?
I'll use almost everything with a spoon at home.
No.
Seriously, Mrs. Green, that is a demerit. There is no Girl Scout patch for you. No etiquette passing. Did you have separation anxiety as a child?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. This is where I open the wine and drink a lot because I'm so shocked at the behavior. Mrs. Green, I would encourage you to use a fork with your spoon. I'm just trying to envision the arugula getting on your spoon.
It's quite a talent. Lizzie
All right,
knows.
I think we should just move on to the dessert is finished. I didn't feel that the dessert course was a success, teaching-wise. Where would you guess you would put the spoon and the fork now that you're done to signal to the waiter, even though you didn't use that fork? Oh, Mrs. Pink, you're doing... No, you're doing great. You're doing great, even if you didn't use it. Oh, I love that you have them nestling together, but they should actually be side by side. That's why we call it spooning.
Is it?
Mrs. Green, even if you didn't use the fork, please put it on your plate.
Where are you
I
going?
was going with my final answer was like, it could be used again if it was left out.
But it's touching the table.
It's dessert, dear. It's finished.
Trash. Throw it on the ground.
One of the last dishes.
Have you learned nothing? We just
Now, Mrs. Pink, we are not in the business of judgment here.
Yeah, no gloating.
That is excellent.
Do I get at least 2 points for that final?
You get like a quarter of the etiquette badge.
Okay.
You have to really... May I ask you to please remove your spoon and put it on the table as though you had not used it? Because we know that Once you've used it, we do not ever put it back on the table. Very nice. Okay. Mrs. Green, would you like to do the same, please?
I missed that. I thought it wasn't allowed on the table.
Yes, just pretend, Mrs. Green, sorry. Okay. And maybe pretend that the butler has come to remove your plates. Okay. Only we're going to leave the plate there and you're going to hand me your fork, please. Okay. Thank you. And Mrs. Green, I will put yours back in the drawer so it doesn't have to be washed. Okay. And now we are going to have tea. Tea. And this is where Her Majesty is going to have much to say about Pinky. Pinky. Your tea has been poured. Okay. Your milk has been poured if you're having that in your tea. Now what do you do? Mrs. Green aced it. You got a quarter of your. Perfect. Oh, 100% right. Yay! Both of you did great. I may have to reconsider your badges. All right, now here comes the waiter, and he has that delectable tray of sweets, the tiny little sweets that you want 4 of. But you're only going to take 1 because you're not piggies. And you're going to put them where? Before you put them in your mouth.
Oh, I believe they would go here.
No.
On the table?
No. Can I tell them?
Yes, the Queen is going to instruct you on this.
On the side.
Oh, of course. That's what it was for.
But if it's chocolate or something, you got to move it away from the heat, otherwise it'll melt.
Eat it quickly.
Why do we do pinkies out?
All right, I'd like to hear why you think Queen.
Well, it's a little bit more elegant, having the finger out like that rather than just holding it like that.
Is this too far out?
Not too far out.
I think it's so you don't burn your finger.
Don't push.
But your pinky's the only one that doesn't touch. You're hitting the cup.
It is very, very obnoxious to do this when you're drinking it. Yes, so just sort of, just don't put it on there. But you don't have to stick it out there like you're waiting for somebody to put a coat hanger on it.
Don't stick it out there too much, just a little bit
Just
out.
Just a teeny bit. Mrs.
That's too much.
Mrs. Green, a little bit less, please. Yes.
I can't get it to be limp. I honestly can't. It's jerking itself around.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we should talk about appropriate discussions at the table.
I almost always bring up number 2 at the dinner table.
Is there a reason you do that?
That's not the time.
I just do it all the time with my family. It just feels appropriate.
Well, don't you know how to talk about the weather, dear? Oh. Now, ladies, here is where we have the Q&A section.
Does anyone have to go number 2?
Not right now.
Okay. Queen?
No elimination here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel ready to have a dinner.
Me too.
I think you're ready. And very proud of you. You didn't put your hands on the table. You didn't put your elbows on the table. You didn't put your feet on the table. And you didn't put any devices on the table. Well done, ladies.
Well, I've been putting my hands on the table.
Well, you're not eating, Queen.
I know, but...
Yes, you're just drinking. Here, have some more.
So we all go to dinner?
I love it. And we can practice. Where should we go?
Where would the Queen like?
That's true. The
Well,
Queen
we can
should.
go to Buckingham Palace or Balmoral. Maybe Balmoral.
Balmoral. I'd love to go to Balmoral.
Yes, it's rather nice.
Is your coachman fetching us?
Maybe. We'll have to get the jet to take you back to
Yes,
Buckingham
of
Palace.
course.
Not
Of
very
course.
far. Then you-
Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I hope you've learned something. And when we get to Balmoral, I hope that you will practice that. I do not want to have to take you in the back room and school you.
Okay.
And I don't need to get my corgis to bite you either.
Exactly.
They'll love it.
I think we should ask Her Majesty to sing us a song as we close.
Shall I sing the one I sang before?
You may sing whatever you like.
Lord, save me.